I think the three of us all wanted to have a gym, right? So Steve wanted to have a gym, Aidan wanted to have a gym, and I wanted to have a gym. And it's kind of, we got fairly close through lockdown, and just to have three people with three totally different skill sets made kind of sense that we would go in business together and set it up. So it's kind of, there was no real conscious decision behind it. It felt like a very natural thing to do.
I mean, it's always been on my radar that I've been sort of open to do something in jiu-jitsu on the business side, but obviously having the right partners is key. Ross clearly is a great person to lead the jiu-jitsu sort of side of things and be the poster child of the gym, and Aidan's background was operational sort of project management, and it just kind of felt right when the three of us started talking with their expertise.
There's so many. I think initially it was taking an idea into a physical form. So we built a gym, and we'll probably talk about it, but we went from training in a bike shop to training in a shed, which became a building site as well, and then to actually having a fully finished gym. That was a big one for us to just open initially. And it's a little bit cliche, but the community that we've built over our first 6 months, it's a really good group of people, from brand new beginners to competition athletes, and including our coaches as well. So it's been really fun in that part.
I mean, it's gone well. So I wouldn't say there's been, in the first 6 to 9 months, been particularly sort of challenging. As ever, changing the dynamic from just training together to running a business together, that sort of shifts things. So that's taken a bit of getting used to. But in general, we've had a few injuries, which are part of the sport, but that's been obviously disappointing. One of them being my brother, so that's really sucked for me personally. But other than that, we've managed to navigate COVID pretty well, and we were busy from the summer, which took a lot of the pressure off. So nothing too challenging yet.
Okay, so we got the space, and we had some mats lying about, so we matted it out the best we could, and we trained in here while it was a building site. It was in the height of summer, so we had the shutters up. I'm looking forward to summer so much now. We're filming now, and it's January. It's freezing outside. We do have a couple of good heaters though, but I'm really excited for summer. And that's gonna have fond memories of that for the rest of my life. And it's like seeing, it started off with a small group. There was maybe 15 of us coming down to train, and kind of word slowly got out about this, training under train tracks, and it's no showers. We think we had a hose, that's the best we had. We didn't have a toilet for a lot of it, and it ended up we had 40, 50 people coming down to train in just under a bridge in Deptford, which was pretty sweet.
So it was really funny. We just started training, and then we literally, I think it was the first week, we had people like Nick the Tooth, if anyone knows of him, hit us up and say he wants to come and train. So we had Nick the Tooth visiting, and we were training in a building site. It was initially just an open shed, and we had a toilet, but that was quickly removed. So we had no toilet, no shower, no running water, and it got worse and worse until we had temporary lights on, no power, no running water, and we were walking from mat space to mat space on pallets. And at that point, we decided we had to stop training for a few weeks while we finished the building off.
I think being able to, set the culture that we want in the gym, and that's been really nice. I think we all sort of agreed that if we could provide a good training, good quality training, and a nice atmosphere, then that would be a business that we wanted to own, and something that would be attractive to a lot of people. I think we've done that pretty well. So just seeing people improve, people having a good time, straight on the back of a tough couple of years where people have struggled to for an outlet and a lot of enjoyment. There's a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces, and that's just been great to see.
So always, you see people develop and people improve around you. That's always the most rewarding part of it. People enjoying coming down to the environment that you've played a part in creating is massive. You know, it's like we've got a lot of people with very stressful jobs, maybe not competitors, very good at their jobs, and this is their place to get away from that. And to see how much, like, it's a credit when you see these people with busy lives make an effort to come down to spend time at a place that you built. So I like that.
It's been really challenging, but really fun. You never switch off. You never stop working on it. Sometimes it takes your partner or your business partner to say stop or go home, but it's very, very rewarding. So I worked in like a project management, construction background, and so I was always working for other people. So to be working for yourself, any business owner will tell you if you do genuinely care about it, it's one of the best things you can do, but it's also probably the hardest thing you're going to do. So no complaints from me.
With Ross being, you know, who he is, he's such a draw. So, you know, Owen O'Flanagan, trains here a couple of times a week. Fion's done a bunch of stuff here. We're kind of her gym of choice when she's in London. Nick the Tooth was here all summer, pretty unique character, but obviously kind of world champion, sort of masters, black belt. And there's a bunch of others, just sort of high level coloured belts that have come through both on the UK scene and internationally. It's been great. Craig Jones, I probably shouldn't forget that guy. He did a seminar here and trained. He's one of Aidan's best friends. So he trained for a week. It's just such a privilege and like good experience to have those kind of characters around.
Don't do it by yourself. I don't think anyone out there has the skill set to open a gym and do every aspect that is required themselves. So understand your own limitations and what you need help in, and find people that are good at those things. Okay. That's pretty much it, really. That's the advice I got.
Be all in. So especially if you're a high level competitor, you'd want to partner with a good person who's going to run the back end stuff. If you're sort of half in your competition career and half in the gym, it's going to be tough. I'd say that, and also surround yourself with people who have the skills you don't. So for Ross, Steve and I, like Ross is a great head coach, great on the mat, runs that really well. Steve's got the business background, and then I'm in the middle. I do a little bit of everything. So between the three of us, we've all sort of got each other covered. I'd highly recommend that if you can find the right people.
I think good coaching is just key, right? There has to be good training, and everything else can sort of be figured out. The business side of things, creating the right space, but ultimately, people come for high quality training, and there's a lot of good training in London. You have Fight Zone, Grand Union. It's very competitive, which is great for athletes. I would say make sure that there's the right coaches in place, like across the full timetable, to provide world-class coaching. I don't think gyms that aren't world-class are going to be able to be competitive in London.